Okay, so as promised, here it is, the glorious calendar of 2010, which I've pretty much stuck to this year so far. We're halfway through the year. It's been a pretty good year so far. Pretty pleased with the games that have come out. Overall, we've had some pretty good releases that actually were better than I expected them to be. And for the first time in a couple years, a lot of good games have come out near the beginning of the year rather than near the end. So enough about the past. Let's talk about what's coming up in the next 6 months and what games you can expect to see me play. First of all, the end of June is a clusterfuck mess. Mostly because a lot of games were pushed back, a lot of games were canceled, or were pulled forward. So what's really coming out, the only other thing left coming out the end of June is, like I said, June 29th Singularity. So I will be playing Singularity on the 29th. July, very barren, as you can see. Not a lot going on. There is a rumor that The Secret of Monkey Island 2, the HD re-release on Xbox Live Arcade, will be released the first week of July, but it doesn't have a solid release date, which is kind of weird because usually they do have solid release dates. And the first one, from what I heard, sold well, so I'm surprised that they're not solidifying that release date, but I'm going to be looking into that because I got the first one a year ago. I liked it a lot, and probably people would enjoy that. As you see, the whole middle of the month is pretty much nothing. There's just nothing going on. There's no new games really that I'm interested in. So these might be a few weeks where I either hardcore practice for the SBO qualifiers, which are July 24th in Nashville, or maybe I'll go to Super Street Fighter 4 to do some stuff here. Maybe I'll do something totally off the wall. Maybe I'll do some Hateful Truths. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's not really too important, to be completely honest, but just so you know, that time is open. And then incidentally, I go to Tennessee here on the 22nd, which is Thursday. I'm having a trip, for the SBO qualifiers. I'm coming back that Monday, and on that Tuesday is a double whammy of launch titles. Oh, I'm sorry, of game launches. You got Alan Wake, the first expansion, will be coming out then. And that one I'm definitely looking into. I have it because I bought the game. The collector's edition of the game came with it. And in an amazing announcement, the first PC game that I'm ever going to play on one of my channels, StarCraft 2, I will actually be doing some StarCraft 2 footage. Now, I don't know how in-depth I'm going to get. I don't know how much I'm going to like the game. I really liked StarCraft 1. In my opinion, the best RTS game, which means real-time strategy game for people who don't play them, out there, the best one ever made. That's right, I'm saying it. Better than Warcraft 3. The game was fucking amazing, okay? So, StarCraft 2, looking to topple it, hopefully. Still, StarCraft 1 is still the most played RTS game in the world. There's still ridiculous competitive circles playing it in Korea for thousands upon thousands of dollars. So, really looking forward to this. In fact, a lot of people, when they watched my review of E3, my Hateful Truth video with John Rambo where we talked about E3, they saw that I have an Alienware laptop. They said, wow, it's a really nice laptop. I just bought that laptop. You want to know why I bought it? StarCraft 2. Because I wanted to be able to play the game in HD. I wanted to be able to, experience it to the fullest. So I had to get a good laptop to do it. So my other laptop's an old piece of shit Dell that can't even fucking run anything, and my desktop computer also doesn't even have a graphics card. So really I had to do something, and I decided, well, I might as well go ahead. I got a really good deal on that laptop, by the way. If anyone wants to know the model, it's the M11X. It's a brand new 11-inch widescreen model, Alienware. I got over $400 off the price of it, brand new, which is why I bought it, and I'm really hoping we're going to see how it performs when I play StarCraft 2 for the first time. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm probably going to at least do the campaigns. If anything, I'll record those for YouTube, and then maybe I'll do some multiplayer gameplay. I'm sure I'll do some multiplayer gameplay, but I don't know how much I'm going to be doing. If it'll be as much as like Super Street Fighter 4. I don't know. I guess it's how good the game is and how addicted I get to it, like I did to the first StarCraft. Quantum Theory, with a really, really odd release date of July 31st. Do I really believe it's coming out on a Saturday? Absolutely not. I think that for some reason this game has gotten pushed back and now there really is no solid release date. But when it comes out, it looks like it's kind of a Gears of War style game, but it's not made by the guys who made Gears of War. So everyone's kind of wondering what the game is going to be like. I'm interested in it. I want to check it out, so I will be checking that out when it comes out. Now here we go again. Here's the month of August. Blank, 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 blank. There's really nothing coming out in August this year either, so really some dead summer months. I might look into some, maybe if there's some other just random games coming out or whatever. I do actually have some surprises at least one really good one planned for later this year. Maybe this will be my downtime where I can actually work on that. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, for some dumb reason, no games for 3 weeks. Then the first day that there's a game release, the 24th, 2 games come out. Mafia 2 and Kane and Lynch 2. What the fuck? You had the entire goddamn month to release those games apart so people didn't have to pick and choose, and you released 2 of them on the same goddamn day. Fuck you, you stupid game release, you know. I know it's not the game developers, it's the marketing guys that handle that kind of stuff. So fuck you, you idiots. Don't release the same games on the same fucking day when you have a clean palette here where you can fucking throw it anywhere you want. It's so dumb. But Mafia 2 and Kane and Lynch 2, am I super interested in either of them? Not really, but they seem like at least their improvement, they're really trying to improve upon the first installments of those series. So I am interested in at least checking them out. I don't really know, you know, if going forward if I'm going to buy them or not, but I am interested. I wanted to put them on here. And then at the end of the month, of course, you've got Dead Rising 2 was supposed to be on the 31st, but it got pushed back, and we'll talk about that later. But you've got the new Castlevania 2D games, Harmony of Despair. Why the fuck they make all these names? Harmony, Despair, you know, all these stupid emo fucking terms. I have no idea, but all the ones that were like on the Nintendo DS had these really gay-ass names, and apparently they're continuing this pattern now. That's an Xbox Live Arcade download. I believe it might also be on PlayStation Network. I might be checking that out, and it might actually be 2-player co-op, so that might be pretty cool. But Metroid Other M. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't own a Wii, and as you see, my entire fucking calendar for this year, not once did I consider playing a Wii game, but I'm actually considering playing Metroid Other M. And the reason I say that is because it seems to be breaking apart from the typical Nintendo mold. Team Ninja's really working hard on this game. You can tell from the footage. I mean, you've got transitions from third-person view into first-person view, going back and forth between them on the fly. Even though the game's not in HD, even though the game, you know, it's not on a high-definition system, it has a lot of potential, and I'm very interested in it, and I'm actually considering getting another Wii. Yes, I did have a Wii at one time, and I fucking gave it away because I had no games that I wanted to play on it. I'm actually considering getting a Wii again to play that game. Will I? I'm not saying for sure because I don't know yet. It's all going to depend on a lot of factors, how much money I have at the time. Did I qualify for Super Battle Opera, in which case I'm saving money up, so I probably can't spend that kind of cash. We'll see what happens. But that's the month of August. Pretty slow, pretty shitty. And now to totally flip that on its head, you got the month of September, which for some fucking reason is pretty much the busiest month of the year. Let me explain. First week of September, you're supposed to have the release of the new Splatterhouse game, which I'm interested in. I liked the original Splatterhouse games. They were fun beat-em-ups, you know what I mean? They weren't anything amazing, but they were pretty cool with the gore factor. And seeing the footage of this game, looks like they're really pumping it up again. They're trying to be something original, so I'd really like to try that one out. Next week, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. We saw a couple things about it, and then all of a sudden they made the announcement a week or two ago that Spider-Man 2099 is in it, who's the future Spider-Man, who actually had his own comic book series. That's pretty fucking cool, because he's got canceled a while ago. We haven't seen anything about 2099 in 100 years, so that could be a really cool spin to the game. My last Spider-Man, let me just explain this to everyone. I started recording games in 2008. And the first game where I really played from start to finish, not everything, but the major points in the game, was Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Those videos are still, to this day, some of my most viewed videos ever in my history on YouTube. And that was when I was just starting. I didn't have an HD camera. It wasn't even a widescreen camera. It was me filming the TV crooked like this, so everything looks skewed from the side. And why those videos have gotten so many views, I have no clue. Maybe it's just I was the only person who fucking made footage of the game. I don't know. But all I know is they really, you know, got popularity by like crazy. And what can I say? I'm gonna play this new Spider-Man game. I'm interested in it. Yes, as you can see, it's on my calendar. Halo Stretch, or whatever the fuck they're calling this next rehash. I'm gonna play it. I'm probably not going to like it, but I'm going to play it. I feel like I want to because, number one, let's be honest, the Halo games have always been solid. They're not bad games. Just the past couple releases have just seemed like some of the same old shit ODST was a complete waste of fucking time, and I'm really hoping that they they do enough work here to make this worthy of another release. I did not play the Halo Reach beta because I did not keep ODST any longer than I ever fucking had to. I was sure as hell wasn't saving it all that time and making it become a worthless disc so that I could get into that beta. Fuck that. But also, a lot of people have been asking me, gee, Phil, on your E3 comments video, you talked about how you hated the motion controls and everything that seemed to be a focus on the motion control. What do you think about that? Will you be, you know, will you be taking part of it? Fuck yeah, because I have to make fun of it. So I'm getting the Sony Move. It's released on September 19th. So you're going to get to see me, picture in picture, dancing around with two glowing balls, trying to play motion control games. And as you can tell, I'm already fucking very skeptical about this, and I can't wait to see how they fuck that up. Anyway, also that week, True Crime, the new True Crime, Hong Kong. I'm going to check that out. Seems interesting to me. And then the delayed Dead Rising 2 now coming out September 28th. I will be checking that out. I thought Dead Rising 1 was a horrendous piece of shit, and the only reason anyone bought it was because of the zombie aspect and all the weapons, but I thought the controls were god-awful. I thought the boss battles were really fucking awful, and I didn't even beat the game. I got so fucking frustrated with it. I'm really hoping they fixed a lot of that for Dead Rising 2, but I guess we'll see. October, really nothing until the second half here. October 12th, you got... Medal of Honor. The new Medal of Honor comes out on the 12th, so I might check that out. And then really the biggest day of the year for me, I think, is going to be this day, October 19th, when the new Fallout New Vegas comes out. As you know, I loved Fallout 3, played the shit out of it, did every side mission, or fucked up every side mission, every major one anyway. And I really look forward to playing this one. Really hoping that they do an outstanding job with it and they don't fuck up the series, but I guess we'll see. In November, more motion control madness with Xbox Connect on November 4th. Yes, I spelled it wrong because this was actually before I had watched anything on E3. I just heard a video of someone calling it the Connect, and I said, oh, the Xbox Connect. I guess it means like you connect to your console through motion and stuff. No, of course not. It's spelled with a fucking K because they want to say it's kinetic energy. No one uses the word kinetic energy. You want to know who uses the word most? People who read X-Men, because Gambit had kinetic energy powers, and that's how everyone learned about the fucking word. You think you're so cool because you misspell words, you spell them in an odd way, where it's not the 90s anymore, alright? So this is really stupid that it's not called the Connect. Oh, let me scribble that out. It's called the Connect with a K because we're fucking cool. Yeah, fuck you, idiot. Stupid marketing morons. You should have just called it Project fucking Natal or whatever the hell it was. Project Nepal or something. I don't know. But we'll see how that is. Again, the difference between that and the Sony Move is that the Move uses two motion controllers exactly like the Wii, while the Kinect is going to actually use a camera and motion sensors. It'll be controller free, so we'll see how that goes. Call of Duty Black Ops, November 9th. And then Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Yes, I said Brotherhood, not Bloodlines, you fucking fags who all had to shit on me in my E3 videos and say, he called it Bloodlines! What a dumb motherfucker! He doesn't even know the name of the game! Fuck you. Sorry that, I didn't memorize every fucking thing, on the planet. Who cares if I got the name wrong? So, yes, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood I'll be playing on that day. And then, the odds and ends. Because the month of December, there is nothing scheduled. There is no actual solid release dates for December. But there's a shitload of games that got left off the list that everyone promised were going to come out in 2010, but no one knows when they're going to come out. Like Fable 3, Crysis 2, Max Payne 3, which I believe is actually getting pushed to 2011, and Sonic 4. So those games, really no one knows when they're coming out. If they come out by the end of 2010, oh my god, excuse me, I'm vomiting in my mouth. I'll be playing them. If not, well, I'll be checking those games out in 2011. But what a year it's been. I mean, up to now, we played a shitload of games, and I look forward to playing a shitload more. We're going to have the SBO qualifiers. If I qualify and I go to Japan, then in September is when the Super Battle Opera qualifiers in Japan are. So, unfortunately, even though the month of September seems like the busiest month, all of this is subject to change if I end up qualifying and going to Japan. They actually haven't announced the date yet of the Super Battle Opera tournament, so I can't tell you about when it will be. But it might throw everything off in September. But either or, it's going to be still a very eventful year. Still a lot of pretty good games on the the schedule here. Oh yeah, one other thing. I apologize about September. I fucked up. I skipped a bunch of stuff. There's some games in September. Everyone's saying they're coming out in September, but there's no set dates. Fear 3, which I'm really looking forward to. I liked Fear 2. SOCOM 4, which is probably going to be a steamy piece of shit just like SOCOM 3. A new Time Crisis game, which is actually going to use the Sony Move. That'll be an interesting mechanic. And the second and final Alan Wake DLC, which actually continues the story, the actual story of the Alan Wake game after the ending of the game. So that's the real one to look forward to. That's coming out sometime in September too. So 4 major releases that have no release date right now. So I am interested in them all. But again, we'll see what happens. I mean, if I play all of them, think about that. That's 9 different things I'm playing in September. And that's if I don't go to Super Battle Opera. So we'll have to see what happens with the qualifier and go from there. So, I hope this video has been informative. That's it for now. If anything changes, I'll definitely let everyone know. But more than likely, all we'll have is minor schedule changes from now till the end of the year. I really don't foresee any bombshells, you know what I mean, being announced. If anything, what I'll do around November, December, I'll do another one of these videos talking about what's coming up in 2011 and what I plan on doing then. Because there's a lot of announcements from E3 this year of games coming out in 2011 that I'm really interested in. So, we'll talk about that at a later date. But I hope this video was informative. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free, always to leave comments of things that you think, other games that you think I might be skipping. I do look at the comments from time to time. And I'll see you guys later.